Alright, family, here we go. Thanks, everybody. It's pretty late. It's just past midnight here. We're going to do a real quick what's in the bag, like I promised. And so I had a little story for you. So the story goes like this. I purchased one of these before. This is a Super Watchdog battery backup for the Raspberry Pi. And I had one, and I ended up having a problem, so I contacted the manufacturer, and the Valley is such a trip because you know, I work in Silicon Valley and I work in high tech, and I'll probably always work in high tech, and I'll probably always work in the Valley, but I ended up going to this person's house to try and exchange the part, and it turned out that I end up meeting the CEO of Sequentmicosystems, and he invites me into his house. He exchanges the part. I start talking to him about how weird the Valley is, that how charismatic the Valley is. Like, it's so mind-blowing that something like that would happen, to where I figured I was going into some sort of other place, some big corporation or something like that, and no, it's not like that. It's not always like that. And so it was kind of cool and just a little different, but I shot somewhat of a video, so maybe I'll post that later and get that. But the reason why all this is coming about is I have a couple Raspberry Pis. One of them is the Raspberry Pi 4. It's been running, and I have the Watchdog timer on it, and I don't have any issues with it. Another one I have is a Raspberry Pi Model B. It's what's Raspberry Pi 3, and it just smoked a SD card, and the only reason why I'm saying it smoked an SD card is because it's happened to me before. Like, you get your Raspberry Pi running, you get everything you think is going good, and over time it's doing reboots or whatever, and the SD cards just end up like dead. So I did buy good SD cards. They're not not at the bottom of the barrel. So the reason why I got another Watchdog timer was because you basically piggyback this. It's like a shield, and you piggyback this onto your Raspberry Pi. It has the large battery backup here, and I haven't had an issue with that Raspberry Pi 4, so I'm just kind of getting a little bit taken away that, like, maybe that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, I don't think it's the fault of Raspberry Pi. I think they can only make their units as best as they can make them, and if it's rebooting or being shut off, or you accidentally unplug it, they're not in control of any of that. So with the Super Watchdog, you can watch it. It'll reboot and everything. You can watch. It's almost like a UPS. So what's cool about it is that you can just always have your Raspberry Pi on. It's always running. And how did I get caught up into these? There was a gentleman who was making a Raspberry Pi case, and in the case I noticed that he had I think it was called a UPS backup or a battery backup, and it's the same type of device. So lucky for me, I went to Anchor Electronics. They had this Super Watchdog timer. I still have the original one that I bought, so that that's testimony to how well it's still going. But anyways, I think I think that maybe people should start thinking about that. How do you keep your components running for a long time. And one of them is getting something like this, putting it onto the Raspberry Pi. You can see that it a couple command line functions, and then it's running. So we'll see how this all pans out. But, let me just get through this. What's in the bag? 2040 Walsh Avenue, handwritten receipt. So you can tell I went to Anchor Electronics. I tripped out on this one. This is just a develop. It's by SparkFun. It's some develop board. I don't know if you can see that, but I just decided I'm gonna go for it. Pick that up because I'm nerdy like that. And then I picked up a small little box. It's just a small little plastic box, but I print these, and I just wanted to see what is my example. There we go. I got a little box right here. So same idea here. So I'm going to see how that works out. And then I picked up these. These are like leads. Like normally they'd have a resistor on here, and instead they're just wires. So it's kind of cool. So I'm going to be able to use this to do my leads, so I can solder this little guy up. Right? I was going to use jumpers, but I think I'll just hardwire it with these now that I got these. And I got 2 sets of these, so I'll have plenty. That means I have like 100 wires, so close to plenty on those. I also picked up some jumpers while I was there. These are super small jumpers. Get 10 on that one. A little longer. Some black ones. These are female to female. And here's a red one. And okay, it's tripping me out too. So when I was in there was a gentleman in Anchor Electronics. He's like, well, yours was the last place in the valley I was looking for my part. And I can totally relate with that guy. Totally. Sometimes you search the valley looking for components, and sometimes the last place that you wish had it doesn't have it, so you're sort of disappointed in yourself that you couldn't find it. Alright, so this is pretty snazzy. It's like a USB, but this is a power supply. So it says it'll go up to 24 volts DC. So this looks like there's a little pot right here. And then there's the little wire connections there, but there's a screen in here. So I'll do another video of this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's so slick. So what did I do with this? I got 2 of them. 'Cause I love stuff like that. It's labeled as step up, step down. So I love this kind of stuff. Little USB, step up, step down, little power supply. So cool. Okay, so that's it for what's in the bag. Oh, here goes the boss. Molly's here. And I did mention that I would do a special guest. So I ordered some stuff. And I'm just going to cut this open. And this is a little different. There might be 2 items here. Like 2 items in here. This one is really cute. Yeah, I said cute. Okay, maybe I can't open it like that, but maybe I can. So this is a geared. This little geared motor, but it's like at a 90. So normally the shaft is out like this way, but this one's straight up. So here's the motor, and then here's the shaft. So in here's probably like a worm gear or some sort of gear and then the shaft is vertically. So this way I'll have something mounted. It'll be mounted in the project like that. So I thought that was cool. So look forward to that, because I tried other things to get it to work like that, and I can't. Okay, Molly's here, but she's not ready to sit down yet, so I gotta wait until she sits down. Right, she's the boss. Okay, there you go. She's down. All right, here we go. Yeah, wow. I don't know what's going on with this. It's not even opens. Can you hear that noise in the background? I mean, can you hear that? It's driving me crazy, but it's the husky. And I took her to the vets, and she's had some bacteria or something in her nose, and we just found that like 6 of the antibiotics have no effect on the bacteria in her nose. So I just learned that just the other day. So now she's on a new medication where it says it's gonna be okay. So that's her snoring back there. All right, so this is pretty cool. I think I got 6 of these. These are the little tiny OLEDs. So I bought these because you can never get enough. Here we go. It's a little crazy and messy today, but just thought I'd get this done. This is just a real small OLED, and I have 6 of them, so nice. So look forward to those. That goes to something like this is a it fits on something like that, right? So it's for the smaller size OLEDs. Okay, everybody, thank you for checking it out. Thank you for checking what's in the bag. Sorry it's so rushed. I didn't think I'd be up this late. It's pretty late. It's 12:19, and I think the husky here is just snoring away. It's alright. Go be you. Take care of yourselves. Find those weekend projects. Remember, the valley is crazy out there, and if you dream of things happening to you, they will. Okay, everybody. Talk to you later.